Hi there, welcome back. In my mother's groups, I'll often hear the words uttered, "Why didn't somebody tell me it would be like this?" And that could be said in a positive thing, positive light, or a not so positive light. But the truth is, nobody can really tell you what it's going to be like when your baby arrives because it's one of those things that needs to be experienced. And of course, every baby is different, so you really can't be told what joys and challenges your baby is going to deliver. So, how can we prepare for that new time? And I've thought long and hard about this and I've brought it down to a few key things. Number one, the first big challenge once your baby arrives is establishing feeding. And to be more specific, this is about good milk supply and little or to no pain for the mother when she feeds. Now, this can take a while and it relies a lot on the new mother focusing on her baby and being well fed and loved by those around her. So, having a list of people who can support you during that time and also specialists who can help you if you are experiencing problems. Now, these people are called lactation consultants and they're specifically trained to help new mothers overcome their challenges with breastfeeding. You can find some private ones who will generally come to your house, and then there are the maternal and child health groups in the different areas, and they usually have some type of lactation specialist that you can usually access for free. The other thing I often recommend is it's a great idea to join the Australian Breastfeeding Association because they have a 24-hour phone counselling support system, and it can be really useful if you need to talk to somebody at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. The other thing about the Australian Breastfeeding Association is they have a lot of local groups in your area, so this is a wonderful resource to access. Number two, keep things really low key with visitors. There's so much going on for that new mother and the new baby in those early days and weeks. And the less distracted you are, the quicker you're going to work out your baby's communication cues. Okay. Number three, activate your support network. So getting people to do things like shopping, cleaning, providing meals. This is gold for new parents. And if you set it up prior to the baby coming, that's probably a better idea because it's not always easy to ask for help when you're in the throes of it. And you'll find that people love to help new parents, so don't hesitate in stepping forward and getting that support. Number four, practice relaxation and getting back to sleep at night. Now, the biggest challenge with a new baby is not generally waking up to the new baby, it's the getting back to sleep. Now, I have a special audio track for my families to train them prior to the birth to do this. But I'm sure you'll also be able to find other similar practices on meditation apps and things. Number five, fill the freezer. Now, you're not going to feel like cooking, especially on some days. So making sure there's some really healthy food that you can pull out and heat up can be really, really helpful. You think pregnancy makes you hungry. Breastfeeding makes you absolutely ravenous. So you're going to want to eat a lot. Number six, drinking lots of water. It helps you to make milk. Number seven, learning to sleep when your baby sleeps during the day, or at least to meditate. Sometimes that's easier said than done, I know, but don't underestimate the power of a 10-minute nap to help you to keep well during this time. Number eight, spend some time just watching and staring at your baby. It's a strange one, isn't it? But Mother Nature makes this really easy to do because newborn babies are quite fascinating to watch. But we don't always appreciate the significance and the power of actually doing that. When you look at your baby and stare at your baby, you're learning to tune in to your baby, and it serves a very powerful purpose in helping you to read your baby. Unfortunately, sometimes we can be so distracted with our phones and our devices, and it causes us to take our eye off the ball. But I do find that, when mothers have that time and space and they just let themselves fall into that, they're often much better at reading their baby. Number 9, Partners, take as much time off as you can from work. You know, the more you're engaged with your baby at the beginning, the more confident you're going to be, and the more you'll enjoy your baby. So you do the nappy changes, the settling, the bathing, the walking with your baby in a baby carrier. These things will build your confidence and give you more time to really learn about your baby as well. Plus it gives her a bit of a break, because the feeding schedule of a newborn baby is very constant. It's around the clock, and teamwork is the key here. And number 10, now the biggest challenge after feeding is the sleep. Now, I've got a special video on newborns around sleeping, but just in short, one of the illusions that new parents can fall into is this idea from the very beginning that they need to train their baby to sleep and get them into good habits. And the big challenge with this is your baby is growing and changing at a very, very fast pace. So the idea that you're going to be able to train your baby in the first 12 months is a little bit setting you up for frustration, disappointment, and often failure, because just when you have worked your baby out, they're going to change the rules on you. So really, when it comes to sleep, a big part of it is finding your way and learning to listen to your own sense of what your baby needs by looking at your baby, being with your baby, and then just responding to what your baby's cues are. So I hope this has been really helpful, and walking into the mystery. It's a rich journey, but it's certainly something that we can prepare a little bit for. Okay, take care.